And there we are. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So, hello, everybody down here in West Virginia. You can kind of tell I'm back in the camper, right? Oh, man. Whew, what a day. Um, I hope everybody's doing well. We're going to get into this video in just a moment. But before we get started, I do want to just remind everybody that this is a very family friendly oriented channel. I would ask you all to be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness, please. Just be kind to each other. Let's have a good chat. Hopefully, we have a nice little get together here. And any question, or and if you can't do that, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue with the blue wrenches, they will show you the door if you want to be foolish. So let's just have fun and enjoy each other's company. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Um, Also, if you have any questions during the stream, all cap locks to stand out for me on that, and I do appreciate that. All right, all right. So let's get into this. So before we truly get into it, what I wanted to show you or talk to you guys from snow to no shirt. Exactly, exactly. Um, yeah, that's how it goes. I'll tell you what. When the weather's warm, so get ready because when the weather's warm, I don't have a shirt on a whole lot. Yes, Jen goes, "Hey, you have power." So I have explain. I'll explain that to you guys in just a second too. Um, oh gosh, I'll tell you what. It has been one heck of a day. So I left New York last night at 8 o'clock, a quarter after 8 last night. Drove through the night, got down here about 4:30 in the morning. So I pull out my generator. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fire up the generator. I'll get the slide out, which is where I'm sitting, and I'm sitting in the slide out. We'll get the slide out. Get kind of set up a little bit, and that I flooded the generator, so it wasn't working. Couldn't get it to work. Was so frustrated. I was so tired um, that I said the heck with it and went to sleep at like 6 this morning. Got up at 10:30 and was I had already planned on getting a second generator anyway for down here because it's like one is none, two is one, right? So I pick up a new generator, and I had to do a little shopping anyway because I'm going to be here for a bit, and so I had to get a few things to throw in the fridge and get back, put the generator, get it all together, and I can't get the dang thing to start. And I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like losing my mind. I'm thinking, hey, Inzer Prepper, hey, PN1, I emailed you about bringing you some blocks to your to your bug out group. I'm only about an hour away in Morgantown, West Virginia. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be awesome. Thank you. No, that would be very, very cool. I would appreciate that. Thank you for the donation and thank you for that information. Yeah, I haven't gone into my emails, and again, and I'll tell you here why in a second. So, so I'm like, what am I? I get like I got 2 hours to go before the live stream, so it's like 6 o'clock. So I talked to one of my neighbors here, and he was like, "What we're gonna?" He goes, "I'll come over and take a look at it." Well, what I had done is I had flooded out the new generator as well, so we got it going, and so here I am. So I'm very overtired. Just gonna warn you guys ahead of time. Um, and so it's been a long day, and I'm going on like 4.5 hours of sleep. So but do I have Greek or Italian in my bloodline? No, actually, I don't. I am German, English, Irish, Dutch, Scottish, and a little bit of Spanish thrown in just for fun. So I am a true American mutt. Everybody always thinks that I am Italian, unless there's something that my mom's not telling me, because I really don't look like my dad. Well, my dad's gone now, but I never looked like my dad. So who? Hey, it was the '60s, so you never know. I'm just playing, guys. But anyway, yeah. So uh, heard there's heavy damage in West Virginia from straight line winds. It was pretty windy here today. We got some good winds. How long am I staying this trip? I am not 100% sure yet. couple weeks anyway. I got some things that I need to take care of down here. Obviously, met a new guy today that does stone a little bit cheaper than what I got from the other guy. So I will probably I'll probably do that. And so what I got to tell you, so I used to always be mistaken for Italian because I got the darker skin anyway. And when I had hair, which has been 20 years since I've had hair, I used to slick it back because I sweat really bad on my forehead. So you should have burned a bit. Oh, today I definitely got sun today. I definitely know I got sun, which was great. Felt awesome. It was funny because my neighbors had come over here, and I'm in a t-shirt and I'm actually hot, right? And it got this evening, and they had like light jackets on. It goes, "This." She goes, "It's a little chilly." I go, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "It's awesome." So anyway, yeah. Plus the New York accent too. Well, I got a New York accent. What can I tell you? But yeah, so everybody used to always think that I was Italian. Even the little old ladies in the nursing homes when I would work, they'd look at me and they'd be like, "Italiano," and I'd be like, "No, sweetie," you know. So yeah, I get dark. I back in the day, my friends used to bust my chop because I would get a lot of sun. Because if it's nice out, I'm outside. That's just always the way it's been. So they used to bust my chops. They used to say, "Well, we need to see your green card," you know, because I look Hispanic too when I get dark. The survival buzz. Keep up the great work. Small channel here. We must all spread the word. Okay, well, guys, here's survival buzz. Um, Go check him out and show him some support. Thank you very much for the donation. We all start out as a small channel, my friend. I don't consider myself a huge channel. I consider myself a average size. Some of these channels out there, I mean, they got millions of people. So, I'm not even in that league. But it's been growing. The channel's been growing very very well. So I really can't complain. But anyway, so let's get into talking about the dynamics of everything. What I was saying, why make a move in the middle of everything going on? Now, the safe bet, right? The safe bet for me would be to stay in New York, continue to work on projects up there, and keep my head low. And then when who knows when SHDF is going to happen? You know, do the be 100% ready for the most part. I've never done the safe bet. That's just not in my nature. It's just not who I am. It is. You have to take chances in life. If you're going to make your life better, if you're going to make your situation better, if you're looking at the big picture, the long-term picture, for us, if it doesn't sell, what's the game plan? Well, I don't have to sell the property in New York, realistically. If it sells, great. If it doesn't sell, well, then I'll have both places, and it will take longer to do what I want to do down here. But I haven't heard anything yet. It just went on the market, So I did hear from my realtor today, so we'll see what happens. It's just time is going to tell. Time is going to tell. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not, realistically, I'm not worried about it either way. If it sells, great. If it doesn't sell, well, then we'll just keep doing what we're doing, and we'll work on things, and we'll go from there. But I think that it'll sell. I really do. Positive attitude, So, but the thing is, if you stay in pat all the time and never take any chances, nothing is ever going to change for you. It was an opportunity for us as a family to be in a better state overall for everything, weather especially. Anybody that doesn't live in New York or in the Northeast, you really don't understand how depressing winter is in upstate New York. I mean, it just sucks. It's a grind, and you're just going through the motions, and you stay inside, and you don't want to do anything, and it's like I hate that. I would rather be active. I would rather be active. So that is why with coming down here, in being in better weather, and yeah, they get snow down here. That's great, but it's again, it's not like New York. So I'm from New York, just moved to Arkansas back in August. Oh, cool. Very cool. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. But, to me, it's a new start. It's a new opportunity. I probably should have gypsy blood in me because change never bothered me. Starting off on a new adventure never bothered me. So, making the move, it's a drastic move. I mean, you're talking, you know, traveling 500 miles away from where we're established and all that type of stuff. I'll tell you, I hope it sells quickly because this back and forth is just brutal with gas, But it is. Oh, cool! The mama came. I told you she would, Jen. I told you she would. So what are we talking about? You have like no idea what we're talking about. So Jen's husband was cutting the grass today, found a nest of baby rabbits. So what happens if you find a nest of baby rabbits? You need to leave them alone because Mama will come back. So he didn't hurt any of the baby rabbits. So he put a camera on it for his wife to watch, which is very cool. I thought. Uh, I emailed you and my cell number. Call me when you want to arrange something. I don't check my email too often. All right, I'll give you a buzz. All right, thank you very much, and thank you for the donation as well. I'm going to be getting more back to more people. I got more messages. I literally I haven't checked my email from 8 o'clock last night to now. Haven't checked it at all. So I literally I mean, I got on earlier today. I uploaded my video, and what I did with that one, because I didn't have the power situation set up, I used my hotspot, and that's what I'm using here is my hotspot on the phone, and then just you know, um, then I had the batteries for the laptop and the phone, so that's how I did it to get that up. And then as soon as it was up, I shut everything back down, and literally an hour before the stream we got things fixed up. So, but yeah, it's just what I've talked about before, guys. And I want to mention. Well, what do we? We got 526 in the chat. We're at 198 in the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And Peter says, "Hey Ed, sorry I'm late, but I've not been well, and our son has COVID. But Carol and I are clear. Touch wood." Well, I'm sorry to hear that your son's sick, and I hope you guys don't have it either. Yeah, it's very survivable, obviously, as we all know, unless you're severely compromised. But it can, obviously, it can affect everybody. How big is the new generator? 4,500 watts is what I ended up picking up this time. So, but but again, lost my train of thought. Gosh. But anyway, see, this is what I get. I'm like way too tired. So, well, we got, like I said, I just got online, like I said, 7 o'clock. So I will be getting to emails. I may work on some of them and make some calls when I get off of here uh, after the stream. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm going to do it today. Tomorrow here, like I said, it's going to be they calling for 90% chance of rain. So I think there's a pretty good chance we're going to have rain tomorrow. But I'm going to do some more running around that I need to do anyway. So I might as well utilize a rainy day to do that, and it'll be good. So, but you are telling us even new generator will not start. Yeah, it didn't. It wouldn't. So what I had done is I flooded it out. So we hit, the new guy that's going to be my new gravel guy. Not the same bulldozer guy, but a different gravel guy. Um, like I said, he's going to be cheaper. So he had come down, and they looked at it, and he goes, "Oh yeah, man, yeah, you flooded it out." And I'm like, I felt so stupid. You have no idea how stupid I felt. But it's just so I had to, when I got up after sleeping for a whopping 4.5 hours, I had to unload everything, and the truck was loaded, and get the solar panels off, and yeah, just fun. So, but we'll see what happens. We'll just see what happens. We're just going to keep doing what we do and keep getting ready. And you know, with everything going on, why make the move? Why take the chance, right? The safe bet, of course, is to stay put in New York. But the long term, if you look for us, for a family, the better place to be is here. Yeah, is there, folks? I'm gonna tell you right now, there is a tremendous amount of work that has to be done. So, what my goal on this trip, number one, right now, like the rest of this week, I'm going to go look at the buildings, talk with those people, see what we can get. How long is it going to take for me to get one or two buildings in here to start with, right? And then then we're just going to go from there. I have a guy that follows the channel that lives in a town not that far away. I was going to say the town, but I'm not going to say the town. And he's got the backhoe. It's a smaller version of a backhoe, and so he's going to bring that down. And I'm not exactly sure when he's going to do that, but we're going to dig out both of the springs, and we're going to just see what we have to work with the springs. So we're just going to try to get things going. When the property sells, see, it's a positive attitude. When the property sells in New York, and we get down here, and then we're down here full time, we're going to be able to really get, things squared away. Like I said, it's all going to take time. You know, I priced a 12 by 28 here, 5,600 with a shingle roof. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want metal roofs. I do not want shingle roofs. I want metal roofs. So that's the way that I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with the metal roofs. But how much is New York listed for? Well, my realtor wanted me to list it lower, but I said I'm not going to go as low as he wanted. So I listed it at 159.9. So that's what we listed it at, and so we'll see what happens. If it sells, it sells. Here's the beauty: I don't have to sell the New York property, so I'm not going to have somebody come in and try to lowball me and think that oh my God, he's got to get out of here, so he's going to take whatever offer is out there. Not the case. So I'm going to get the price that I want, or I'm not going to sell it. It's as simple as that. So but no, I have a lot more money into that property than 160,000. I'll be honest with you. Here in Utah, our starter home is like 450K. Wow, that's crazy. West Virginia, we have the best people in the country. I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest with you. My experience so far, and it don't matter where stopping up in, northern West Virginia, southern West Virginia, wherever I've been, people have been nothing but decent. Nothing but decent. It's when I bought the property from Randy and Diane. I'll give you an example. So I had said to them, I said, I go, how do you feel about having a Yankee as your neighbor? Because it's like that the goof of the whole northern southern thing, and they're like, nah, we have no problem with it, and they're just down to earth, salt of the earth type of people, and like I said, if they need anything from me, I'm going to do anything I can to help them, because that's just kind of how I go. It will sell. That's cheap for an established homestead. Well, like I said, I'm not trying to, gouge anybody, but, we did 7 years of work on that property. So none of it happened overnight. And the way I look at it is if I get my asking price and we come down here with whatever amount of money I can get, septic in right away, maybe get a well in and, do that as well. And then, get some buildings in here and get started. The biggest thing for right now to me is if we get before winter comes, because everything is always yeah, the greenhouse is staying. I'm not taking any of the buildings or anything from New York. All that is staying. So what I'm before the snow flies, if we get our buildings in here, we get them insulated, we get them wired, I get a wood stove in them, get the bathroom squared away, I would be really, really happy with that amount of progress. getting them, inside framed in the way that we want to do it and all that type of stuff, that can happen all winter long. But as long as we can have power, take a shower, have water, and all those type of things, and be able to stay warm, that's the important part. To me, it is. And so, yeah, livable. And guys, you saw like the one house up in New York, and I want to explain that a little bit. Not that I need to explain anything. Becky's house was much more finished than my place was, but to me, but she was really focused on getting her place, squared away as much as she could. Over the years, my place was livable. I could live in it. I don't care. So I had plywood up, on the walls, and never did nothing with the floors. My money went into everything else on the property to make it what it is now. We needed to have a chicken coop, so we built a chicken coop. We needed to have a battery room, so we built a battery room. We needed to have a woodshed, so we built a woodshed. Um, you know, all those things are not for free. It does not, none of it is free. So, is your sister coming to get her shed that's behind your house in New York? No. What we're going to end up doing, her and I have already talked, and down here, I'm going to put another shed in down here for her, same size, down here for her. And so, if she decides that she ever wants to come down here and be here, once we get the other houses established, she's going to have this camper, and this is hers. So, somebody asked me why I didn't bring Hella with me. Okay, and I would have loved to brought Hella with me, but this is Margie's camper, and I'm not having a dog coming in here tearing things up, scratching up everything, and do that type of stuff. That would be, to me, it's disrespectful. So until what Randy, I have a buddy Randy in New York. Well, he's actually now in Georgia, um, but also Randy and Diane are the people that I bought my property from. So they're in front. I'm, like I said, I'm 8/10 of a mile in off from the main road. But anyway, so when I get a building in here and I can bring the dogs in and they can be in and out of that, I don't. That's fine. But I will not do. I'm not bringing cats into the camper. This is hers, and I'm going to treat it with respect because of that. So many Randys, exactly. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of work to do, and I realize that. And I'm only going to get so much done. When we sell the property in New York, that money's only going to go so far, and so we're going to cross all those bridges when we get there. And that's it. I mean, that's all we can do. And I will be very, very happy when we get to the point where we're making our last trip out of New York, and getting down here and getting established. And so that's what, yeah, STD, step thing and day. So, that's what we're doing, and so part of that is just methodically getting things done. And that's what this trip is about. It's not about hanging out and relaxing and, goofing off. I have things to do. So, I will be on this trip also switching over my driver's license. So I can't wait to do that, because I will be spending, moving forward, the majority of my time. Are you going to transport your chickens to West Virginia? Absolutely. All the animals are coming. Every animal that we have at our property is coming. So that's it. STP is Stone Temple Pilots, exactly. But STD is the important one. Step thing and day. But not the rats. No. Well, you know what? I haven't had any more problems with the rats. Once I sealed off those different spots with the metal, that was it. No more issues with the rats up in New York. So, which was a good thing, which was a very good thing. But but yeah, like I said, it's a scary thing to think about. If you so I want to get back to what we were originally, the title of the stream is, okay. I want to get back to that for a second. Making a move with everything going on in the world, uh, uprooting an established homestead, selling it, and moving away to a new place. It is scary. it's a scary thing. I mean, it's a huge move. Again, we're starting over from scratch down here. As you guys know, we bought raw land. So, last fall we brought the camper down here. Dennis and I brought the camper down, and it is. It's going to work out. That's just the way. I mean, that's my mindset always. Always is that way. We're going to get down here. We're going to get going with our projects here. We're going to get done what we can get done. Uh, but like I said, we're going to get it squared away. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, right. Randy Romines is making a good point about pellet stoves. I would never have a pellet stove because without power, your pellet stove's not going to work, and you can't make more fuel on your own. You have to buy that fuel. So I would always rather have a wood stove, more work, but I just think it's a better way to go. So, but yeah, like I said, it's just we're going to get done what we can get done, and when the snow flies, we will deal with it accordingly. And we're just and over the course of the winter, we will work on inside the buildings. So if we and again, it's going to be depending on how the money goes. Are you planning on putting the solar racks up on this trip? Yes. Brian is coming down on Saturday. So either Saturday or Sunday, depending on when he gets here. So it may be Sunday. We will be setting up the new solar. I brought the solar panels down, the charge controller. I brought the batteries, the other equipment that I needed. The solar racks I brought down on the last trip, so they were already here. But you know, that's the that's that part of it. We're going to get that set up and get that established, and we'll go from there. So what I may do short term is just pick up some 2x4s, uh, get some plywood, and just make a very small building. Short term is a battery room, uh, and then as we when we get a building, then we'll move everything as we need to move it at that point. Lithium ion batteries, yes. I will be using the lithium ion. I'm going with a 48 volt system. So it's much more efficient. So if you came to me and you said, Prepper Nurse One, I want to do solar, what should I do? My advice to anybody that's thinking about going solar, if you want to be grid tied or not be grid tied, again, that's going to be your call as an individual. I can't tell you what's best for you because I'm not in your situation. Me personally, I will never be grid tied because they still own you. Okay, unless you have in your system a transfer switch in your own battery bank, if the grid goes down, your power is out as well if you're tied to the grid. But if you have that transfer switch and you can switch the power into your own battery bank, you would still have power. Again, that's your call, guys. I'm not going to tell you you should do it this way or not doing this way. My thing, I want to be as independent as I possibly can, which to me is I don't want them to have any kind of piece of me where they own me. They're still billing people. If you're grid tied, you still get a bill every month. You get your taxes, your fees that they're going to hit you up for, your line fee, the whole 9 yards. They hit you up for that every month. Even if you've got a huge system and you're selling power back to the thing. I had a neighbor in New York, across the valley, other side of the valley, and he had 56 250-watt solar panels, 56 of them. So he had a huge system, three big racks of panels. He was grid tied. What he would do is every month he would get a bill. I think it was like $43 for his taxes, his line charge, and all that type of stuff. And then once a year, they would send him a check for whatever excess power that he hadn't used. They would send him a check. So I think he ended up getting like $6,800 a year. So his buyback, he had an investment of over $70,000 into his solar system. 70,000. His buyback time, recovery, was 11 years. And so, but will I install wind energy at any point? No, Ace, I will probably never do wind. If anything else, I would do hydro. I will try to utilize the creeks and utilize that free running water power that is there. Wind, I have to go too high above the tree line. You have all kinds of issues with that. Too many moving parts for me personally, with wind. It really, unless you got something that you're just farting around with and you don't care. But if you care and you want to make power, you got to be above the tree line. So it's you're talking about a good sized tower. It would just be more advantageous to buy more solar panels. The reality is so. But yeah, we're gonna try it. We're gonna mess around and see what we can do and what we can accomplish, and we're just gonna, I definitely want to do hydro at some point. I got the creek runs down this way and another creek runs down the other way. So generally my neighbor told me they're always flowing. Now last year they weren't because it was really dry. So yes, solar panels and more lithium batteries. Exactly. When I sell the property in New York, I will be buying more batteries at that point. Batteries are not cheap. None of it's cheap. But again, there's so many projects that I can do here. I have a lot more land to work with here. I have 3 acres in New York. I have 25 acres here. So the opportunity here is huge. And it's just, and to me, it's fun. I like the adventure. I just think that it's going to be, interesting, and it'll keep me out of trouble. So right now, until the property does sell, I will, I'm going to be here for a decent amount of time this time. As you guys know, I'm doing interviews next weekend for people that want to be part of my bug out group here in West Virginia. Okay. So if you are just here now hearing this, and you want to know more about it, that's fine. You can do it. Shoot me an email. Give me your phone number. If you are interested in being part of my, what do you recommend for starting battery wise that's affordable? I mean, you can go with marine deep cycle batteries. They're $100 a piece. They're not going to be as efficient. I'm telling you. I mean, that's so. What you end up doing, and again, if you're just looking for something to run a few things, marine deep cycle batteries are fine. You can go with lead acid batteries as well, but now you're looking at about $250 a piece. Well, that was like 10 years ago, for those type of batteries. So they're probably about $300 a piece now. But again, you got to do what works for you. If you're looking for something just to run some lights, not power a whole bunch of stuff, you can go with smaller batteries to start out with. What you're going to end up finding out, and I will tell you this because I know from experience, okay, Ed, you should not run out of firewood anytime soon with 25 acres. No, I don't think so either. Plenty of standing dead, a lot of trees down. I'm going to have to get in here and clean everything up, and that's okay. Again, that's something that if you're just starting out, you can get Lifeline AGM batteries. Yeah, I mean, you can go smaller, but what is going to happen? And I will tell you, because again, from personal experience, I know I started out with marine deep cycle batteries, and then I went to you know uh, the Trojans. I went with the Trojan batteries, right? So I went from there to that. Then I went to the 24-volt lithium ion batteries, which is what we have in New York right now, and they've been awesome, absolutely awesome. But I knew Troy is still using your batteries he bought from you. Oh, that's cool. That don't surprise me. That's cool though. Good for him. Yeah, and that's a while ago. He bought those batteries for me a long time ago. So yeah, they work out well. They're fine. But again, it all comes down to wants and needs when you with your power. But I just with I down here, I said if I'm going to do it down here and we're starting fresh, I'm going 48 volt. That's just me because I want to be able to do whatever I want to do and not be limited. We were limited for years of our power consumption. For years, what we did is we ran the power during the day, and then when we went to bed at night, we shut everything off. Because you're sleeping anyway, so you don't need it. But now, um, with the lithium ion batteries and the 24-volt system that we put in 2 years ago, I think it was, uh, what a difference. I mean, just unbelievable difference. We were able to run 24 hours a day and we're running two houses 24 hours a day. So, big difference. But, it's just, it's a good thing. It just takes time. It comes together. But again, if you're just starting out and you want to go smaller and you're looking to just charge up a few things, maybe have some lights, that type of thing, then that's fine. But again, you will eventually upgrade and spend more money. So to me, it makes more sense to go ahead and spend the money once, the first time. Listen, if you went and bought one battery, one battery, 48 volt, one battery, charge controller, get a few solar panels, you're going to spend a couple grand. Not going to lie, I'll be 100% honest. You're probably going to spend, you know, depending on how many solar panels you get, you might spend 5 grand, 6 grand, who knows? But once you get started with that and you figure out what works, what doesn't work, do I need more batteries? Most likely that would be the case. It just comes together. But spend the money one time. Instead of spending, I'll spend it here, and then I'm going to change and upgrade, and now I'm going to change again and upgrade again. Just do it right the first time. That's just, that would be my take. That's just my take. So, but again, everybody's different. It depends on wants and needs. I'm trying to make sure that if they want to run a toaster, if they want to run a coffee pot, I mean, and those sounds like simple things, but if you don't have the battery capacity, you're not doing it. So, it's important to be able to do all those things. If you have a natural gas or well, you could hook up into that. That would be awesome. I do own the mineral rights to the property, so that is, you know. Have you looked at EcoFlow solar generators for backup? I have not. Not at this point. I have not. I haven't done that part of it yet. Like I said, it's just there's other things right now um, that are more important that need to be taken care of. And getting the solar set up, which is going to happen over the weekend, is going to be good. I got another load of stone coming in, and then I got a call tomorrow. I'll probably call the other bulldozer guy and see if I can't get him in here this weekend. Pinball went with a solar generator that puts out 3,600 watts, about 3,600 bucks. Wow. Yeah, well, that's like I say, none of it is cheap. And again, it's wants and needs. What do you want? What do you need? So you have to make those choices. That's a lot of money to invest in that, and again, I hope that works out for them. Yeah, the batteries for the 48 volt batteries, you're looking at 2,700 bucks a piece. I have two batteries that I picked up, 48 volt batteries, but they were rebuilds. I got them last year online, and they cost me 1,000 bucks a piece. So when we sell the property, I will go ahead next, and I will probably pick up two more batteries, but the regular batteries. So again, it's just going to be, it's going to be what it is, price wise, and don't sell your mineral rights. It's only a matter of time before we start fracking up here too. I have no intention of selling my mineral rights. No intention of that. Yeah, I'm up on the top of a hill. We got good elevation up here. So I don't know how deep we would have to go to get a well. So, but like I said, guys, it's going to work out. We're going to do what we're going to do. I don't, it's weird. People, Ed, people is not talking any buildings. Any buildings? I don't know what you mean. What we're gonna like I said, what we're gonna do is we are going to we're going to get pre-made buildings brought in here. Uh, that way, when we do have to get out of New York, we have someplace to store things. That's the initial game plan. I had almost 3 inches of heavy rain. I had a feeling the road was going to go. Oh, it got washed out. Yeah, well, that'll do it. That will absolutely do it. Yeah. So, are you going for a well or are you going to pump the creek? Believe it or not, I'm exactly where you are right now in your progress. Um, it really is going to depend on what the cost. You know. Oh, all the okay, guys in New York. All right, and I really get tired of saying the same thing over and over and over again, but I get it. You know, people don't know, so they're asking. So that's it's okay. But I'm not taking any buildings in New York. Every building in New York is staying in New York. Everything. Greenhouse, woodsheds, battery room, all of it. Both houses, everything is staying in New York. So the chicken coop, everything. We're not taking one building with us. They are all part of the deal. If somebody buys the property, they get all of that with that. They get the entire solar system. I'm not taking any of the solar system as well, so they'll have that. I mean, we are literally again starting from scratch. So but I got a 14K quote on my well total, but I have a freshwater spring around 700 feet away. Ah, that's cool. No, the motorcycle is not staying. No, the motorcycle is coming down here. I saw people out riding today, and I was like, oh, I wanted to be riding so bad. That's going to be coming down as soon as I can get it to come down. I need to get the four wheeler down here, probably on the next trip. I don't know if I can get the four wheeler and the bike both on the trailer. I probably can. I'll have to just see how that would look, but I may do it that way. So, what if someone offers 180K for the property, including the bike? Oh, hmm. Well, I can always buy another bike. If it was 180, and I'm asking, yeah, well, let's see. I don't even know what the bike is worth, to be honest with you. I would have to see. I would have to see. I'm undecided if I want to drop 14K on a pump to a camper. I could do a lot with that money. Yeah, it's a tough call. You got to have water though. You got to have water. So yeah, it's just water is so important. But like I said, guys, it's going to be a process down here. We got a lot of work to do. Like I said, I will know more. I'll give you guys updates tomorrow with what when I find out more of what's going to be happening as far as the buildings go. So I do plan on. Are you planning to set up places for storage this trip? That's what I'm trying to do, Lori. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to be looking at getting a building. I'm going to go talk with them tomorrow because again, tomorrow's supposed to rain. Supposed to have all 90% chance of rain tomorrow. So when I get up, when I wake up, I'm going to get my butt moving and grooving early. Get over, talk to them about the buildings, do that, and then 3 minutes to egg count. Yeah, okay. Thank you, JJ. We're bringing all the animals. All the animals are coming down here. No animals are being left behind. We'll have to figure things out as we go. If I have to do some kind of temporary thing for the chickens, we'll do a temporary things for the chickens. You know, but but yeah, again, the property in New York, it's a specialty property. It's not your normal property that everybody has. So it's going to have to sell, obviously, to somebody that's looking for a bug out location, that they're looking to, have something ready to go if they're looking for that. So what do we got? 663 in the chat. We got 400 thumbs up. Guys, again, if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And I thank you ahead of time for that. Also, it really does help with the algorithms. So I thank you for that reason as well. And it really makes, it really pushes us up higher in the rankings for that. Again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications. All right. Egg count. Let's do egg count. So the question is, what is the egg count? And yes or no, did thick neck lay today? So there we go. So we got to do yes or no, did she lay or not today? Give you guys a few moments to get your guesses up here. All right. If you had the same exact guess, is Chantel Hale. Chantel Hale, right off the bat, she had it right, 9 eggs. But she didn't say a yes or no because it was too early, but she did have the right guess. So I want to make sure she got credit for that. And yes, thick neck did lay today. We didn't get any yesterday from her, so I said to Heather, I said, I'll bet you she'll lay today. So she did. So 9 eggs, and yes, she laid. So, yep, it's a good count day. Not going to complain about that at all. So the chickens are good. You know, once we get down here, how do I know if thick neck? Wendy Neal is asking, how do you know if thick neck laid or not? Good question. We have all of our chickens lay brown eggs, except for thick neck, she's called an Easter egger, and she lays a green egg. So if we don't have a green egg in the box, then we know that she has not laid an egg. If there's a green egg in the box, then yes, she laid that day, and she's our only Easter egger. So that's why she's thick neck, because her neck is the feathers are heavier, thicker around her neck. That's why her name is thick neck. Hey, we the people. I guessed right. Yes, and 9 eggs. All right. Well, cool, man. Congratulations. Thank you very much for the donation. I went with the first person that I saw was with the right guess. That's what I try to do a lot of times. And because I have never called her name before, I said, well, we will call Chantel. I've tried to. Some of you guys that are regulars and you get it. If I've called your name before, I'm probably gonna, let somebody else have that chance. But is West Virginia known for tornadoes? I don't think so. We get some winds up here. I definitely will tell you that we definitely get some winds up here. Uh, but that is, that's it's part of living in the mountains. That's how it goes. But it is. Thanks. I had no idea certain hens laid specifically colored eggs. Yeah, there's certain chickens that lay a black egg. You probably obviously knew about brown eggs. Grocery store, you only ever see white eggs, and I do not know why that is. They just have the chickens that lay the white eggs, but all my other chickens lay brown eggs. And but Asa said tornadoes are rare but possible in West Virginia. Oh, there you go. Now I'm gonna tell you what, guys. I am extremely excited with what we're going to be doing down here. I'm extremely excited to share it all with you. It's going to be a major process. It's going to be a lot of work, and I know that. So it's not like this is not my first rodeo, as they say. So I know exactly what I'm getting into. I know what to prioritize, and that's what we're going to do. Do you have a Rhode Island red? Yes, I do have a couple of Rhode Island reds. But You're gonna put up spotlights so Bigfoot won't fall on the property, checking y'all out. Yeah, that's too funny. I know it's actually this part of West Virginia where I'm at is, other than Washington State, has the highest sightings of Bigfoot. Isn't that interesting? I thought that was pretty cool. As long as Bigfoot's cool with me, I'm going to be cool with him. That's the way I look at it. But no, I'm very excited to be down here full time and call myself a West Virginian. I think it's going to be an amazing process and it's going to be a lot of fun. What's your oldest chicken? Right now, I have some of those Rhode Island Reds that were given to me by some friends of mine, and I've had a couple die last year. They just died because they were old, and I know they're not laying anymore. So that's why pretty much if we get 12 or 13 eggs out of 16 hens, that's probably going to be peak. I got about three older hens that are just not laying anymore. So might do a video down the line explaining your chickens. Yeah, they're fun. You know, yeah, it's really Pinball running around the West Virginia woods. He's a big dude. He is a big dude. He is. He's a good guy though. It's like you heard the term gentle giant. That's Pinball. I mean, he is just a very laid back individual, but he is monstrous big. Uh, yeah. Will I be filming the segment of Mountain Monsters? Yeah, probably not so much. The chickens that I have never gone broody. I did whatever reason the breeds that I have do not go breedy or broody. So yeah, I think down the line I may add some. Pinball's 6'8". He's 6'8", so he's a big dude. But yeah, it's like I said, guys. Just making change is not always an easy thing. It can be very, very scary, but at the same time, new adventure, I think is amazing. It's fun. Taking chances, I think, is fun as well. So it is. It's going to be interesting. Your property in West Virginia is beautiful. Wait do you guys see it again, all greened up? When all the leaves are out again, it's gorgeous. I told Pinball you said he was 6'8" and a great guy, and he said, "Yes, I am." Well, see, he knows. He knows. That's funny. Yeah. Well, when you watch the videos with Pinball, you see him like this, sitting down, talking. So when I met him last year for his get together, I was like, "Holy crap, this dude's big." I mean, I'm a solid guy. I mean, I'm 220. At 6 foot, but it's like he made me look tiny. So, but he, like I said, very, very, very down to earth. And it's just he is just who he is, and I'm the same way. I'm just who I am. So I just ordered Brussy hatching eggs. Look them up there, dual purpose. All right, cool. I definitely will. I definitely will. But hey, Nettie Prepper, thanks for all you do for us. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the donation. Thank you very much. Ed, what's the next thing on your agenda for this trip? All right, so what I'm going to be doing first on this trip, I talked to the gravel guy today, and basically I told him when you can bring me in a load, because again, tomorrow's going to be raining, so then it'll be very wet and muddy to try to drive a big truck in here. So once it dries out, I'll have him bring me in a load of stone. So that's part of what we're going to do. I'm going to be talking to the bulldozer guy and have him come back in here, continue to work on flattening some areas out for me. All right, so that's going to be another thing, and I'm hoping that I can get him to come this weekend coming up. Then also, we're going to be getting the solar system set up. So that's another thing that's going to be happening on this trip. And then while that's all happening, I'm going to be seeing about the buildings, what it's going to take, what we have to do to try to get at least two buildings to start out with. In one up by the road. I want to have one building by the road, and that's strictly going to be storage up there, and then get a building that we would actually be able to live in back here. So that's what we're going to be focusing on, on this trip. So there's a lot that's going to be done. I may work a little bit on the root cellar again, root cellar, bomb shelter, whatever way you want to call it. I have been given some advice and stuff like that, and I get it. And um, no landslide issues after heavy rains. I haven't seen any, JJ. I haven't seen anything like that. No. And I was down here. It had a pretty good rain the one time when I was down here. So it just really depends. I think. When will you be a permanent resident of West Virginia? Lee, when my property in New York sells and it is sold and we have a closing date, that will be my last day in New York, for that closing. So I think what we're going to end up probably doing, probably the smartest way to move is going to be hiring a shipping company. I think, it's not going to be cheap, but they will come in, they will pack everything up and do that. And I think that would be the most advantageous way of doing it. So, why did you decide not to harvest your own trees on the new homestead? Very good question, Helen. Thank you for asking that. The reason I decided not to, initially, the reason I was going to was because I was going to keep both properties. So I was going to do that to have money to put into the property down here. Once we decided to sell the property in New York, I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to disturb the beauty that we have down here by having the trees all cut back and stuff like that. So that was one of the reasons. The second reason was I talked to one of the guys down here that actually works at the sawmill, and he said that this property had been logged out back in '94. And he said, right now, if you had it logged out, they would do more damage than good. And so he said, if you wait 10 or 15 years and then have it logged out, he said you could go that way. I like the natural beauty of it. And I like it that, we have the privacy. If I cut out all these trees down, it's going to be way more open. And I would rather not have it be that way. So there's a lot of small factors that went into it. So that's why we decided not to log out the property. I would rather just keep it the way it is, keep it beautiful, and really, really happy that I made that decision. And again, so with selling the property in New York, I don't need to have that done. So I would rather keep it the way it is, and it's gorgeous. I mean, it is. You know, when the spring's here and when and the trees are going to be all in full bloom, you guys will see. Yeah, trees in the ground are better than money in the bank. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Hey, Asif. Save trees for after SHTF. Love Ed and our mods. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And the mods are, of course, they're awesome. They always are. Thank you very much for that donation. I do appreciate that as well. So, but but yeah, it's just like I said, we're gonna, it's gonna be quite the adventure down here. I'm super excited about all of it, and like I said, but I know I know the work that I'm facing. So, with being away from my family, I don't necessarily like that as much. I'll be honest with you. I don't like being away from my animals because I love my animals. So, that part's hard as well. But I look at it as you sacrifice short term for the long term goal. And the things that need to be done down here, I need to be here for them. So, we will we'll do what we got to do, and then when we go back to New York, and hopefully, we'll get things rolling that way. And you said you were going to put fast growing trees in also. Yes, Jay Myers. What we're going to do, we're going to be having. I'm going to have a lot of fruit trees up in here. A lot of fruit trees. Pear, peach, apple, cherry, different types of apple, obviously. But yeah, I do. I want to have all of those type of trees in here, and do blueberry bushes, and get raspberries growing, and just put them in and let them go. You know what I mean? Just pick a spot and say, plant them and let them take off, and they will. So we got a lot of nut trees on the property already, but I may throw some more in here. I don't know yet, but I want to get the fruit trees established. That's one of the things. So I will. You will have room for all your preps, and do you have a place for them there? Right at the moment, no. No, we do not. Um, we That's what I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to work on that. And PN1, the newest yank transplant. Welcome to the semi-sane part of the country. Well, thank you, RB Source. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, bluegrass music comes from mountain folks. I'm going to tell you, Gregory, I cannot wait till they. I know they do it in the fall a lot, bluegrass festivals and stuff like that, and even in the summer. I will be at a few of those bluegrass festivals. I think that is just amazing. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm going to tell you what, guys. I know I got a lot of work ahead of me, but I will definitely take time to enjoy things as well. Do some day trips and those type of things, and and do all that. But I'm not taking like an extended vacation this year, just because there's too much that has to be done. But I definitely will be, doing day trips, and just there may be a day that I'm like going riding. That's it. So, North Shore preparedness. Sorry, I've been out for a while, been dealing with medical issues, feeling much better, but not out of the woods just yet. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, brother. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you very much for the donation as well. Um, I know, like I said, it's slow and steady. Hopefully, things will get better for you, and I'm glad to hear that you're better, because that is definitely important. So thank you very much again. All right, guys, let's do some shout outs. So we got North Shore Preparedness there, just gave us a donation. He has a channel, so definitely go over to his channel, show him some support while we're dealing with Canada, because he is in Canada. Let's talk about Sean James with the Sean James channel and My Self Reliance, two different channels, same guy, really, really good guy. And so then also we have Canadian Prepper up in Canada as well. Another really, really good guy. A lot of good information, so definitely check him out as well. We have Kyle's Cabin up in Minnesota. Also, we have Bush Radical and Girl in the Woods, two different channels, husband and wife. Awesome people, very, very down to earth. And so they're good people as well. You have East Tennessee, East Tennessee Preparedness. We have Angry Prepper down in New York City. There is Pinball Preparedness, obviously. Green Greg's is another one. Gray Man Prepping is another channel. You have City Prepping. He's another City Prepper is another good guy. You have Bjorn Hansen. You have Corporal's Corner. There is Marfugal News out on the West Coast with Dax and Adam. Yep, Pastor Joe Fox. He is in the Ozarks as well. Yep, he's interesting guy. I will say that he's a very interesting individual. Um, but we have the Needy Homesteader is another really good channel. The Nomadic Movement down in Panama, nice young couple down there. Idaho Hillbilly, yeah, I haven't watched him in a while, but I always like them. I think they're again salt of the earth people. Mary Greeley News is another one. Bear Independent. You have uh, Wrangle Star. I don't know if I mentioned him earlier, and but a lot of really good channels out there. A lot of good information, and you have the Green Dream Project out in Arizona. They're really good people as well, and so again, Homestead Tessie. Also, you have the Economic Ninja. Yep, I did say Southern Prepper one earlier. Also, you have Adapt 2030. You have Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. The Uneducated Economist is another really good channel. There's a lot of great information out there. I think that we should all be supporting each other. I think it's important to do so. So, that is where we're at with that. But you know, trying to think who am I. I know I'm missing somebody. You have St. Bernard Acres with Joe. He is. I think he's in Ohio. I think he's his. I know his place is in Ohio, and I know I still got. At some point, I'm going to write the list down. Yeah, obviously we have 80K man. We have somebody said that um, what's his Icky Can is gone. So I don't know if Icky Can is around anymore or not. Alaskan Prepper, yes, I did not mention him. Very awesome individual. Alaskan Prepper is very salt of the earth. Ryan Hall, love Ryan Hall. Um, and you have who am I thinking? I'm thinking somebody else too here. God, I hate that when it's there and it's just gone again. Oh, Bizariza Jizza. Yes, that was the other one I was thinking of. He has his Carrington Chronicles. It's very good information as well. I think I said Ice Age Farmer earlier. I don't know. Doug and Stacy. I didn't mention Doug and Stacy. Very, very good people as well. Boss of the Swamp is another one. Yeah, so there's a lot of great channels. That's it. It's all the ones we're going to talk about tonight. But a lot of good channels, a lot of good information. We should all be supporting each other. We're not a huge network of people. I mean, when you have a kid that plays with toys and makes $8 million a year on YouTube, we're nothing. I mean, it's just that amazes me. Um, how does that happen? You know what I mean? It's just I think that kid's like 8. He's like 8 years old and makes like $8 million a year. Crazy, crazy. So uh, but it's just there's a lot of good information out there, and I think that we should look at other people's viewpoints. They may have a different insight than we do, and we may learn something from them. So I think that it's a good thing as well. So, but all right, so let us move on. But I think Ryan Hall is live tracking tornado tracking. I like him. He's passionate about the weather, and I think that it's awesome that he's got the forum that he does, and he's able to do what he's doing. And like I said, and he's the real deal. You can just tell he's a very down to earth, very passionate individual about the weather, and he cares. And I think I think that's important. I think that that's important. So. But yeah, we got some bad weather, coming this way. So, but it happens. I mean, it's every day is not going to be a great day. But I mean, even tomorrow, with it being rainy tomorrow, they're saying that it's going to be 70 degrees. So, but Alaskan Prepper is learning Russian just in case Russia takes over Alaska. Oh my God, that's freaking hilarious. I don't think you're going to see that happen. I don't think you're going to see that happen. But you know, the insanity sometimes. I mean, even me, guys, I'll be honest with you, I watch a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get a lot of different information. I'm trying to see a lot of different things, but there are days where I just have to decompress away from it. Today was actually one of those days. Driving down here, talking with some folks down here, and it is. It's gonna, it was a nice day just not to think about all the insanity that's going on. But yeah, it's Biden might give it away. He is something else. He is definitely something else. You should have stopped by the People's Convoy in Hagerstown, Maryland. I don't go anywhere near Maryland when I come down here, guys. I don't go any other part like that. So I'm not on that side of the state. Just have some caviar and vodka on hand so you can barter with the Russians. There are good Russians. Oh, and see, that's the thing, too. Right now Russia's being vilified. We've talked about this, okay? The majority of the Russian people are just like us. They just want to live their lives. They want to take care of their families. They don't want their children dying in wars for a government that doesn't give a crap about them. I mean, that's the reality of that. Some people go into the military for, you know, they don't have a whole lot of other options. I know back like when my stepfather went into the army. you know, they were basically, a lot of times what they did is the judge would say to a young man, you're either going to go to jail or you're going in the army. So they would go into the army. Because I will tell you what, that will make you grow up. You will grow up if you are not mature and grown up, and you go into the army. It will. It. I mean, back when I was in, and back when my stepfather was in, I hear things are different now. I hope I'm wrong with what I'm hearing, but there was no safe places. They got up in your face and they yelled at you. You did what you were told. I mean, they break you down and then they build you back up. To this day, I walk in a military manner. I carry myself with that, confidence, if you will. It is ingrained in you. It never goes away. And that's why I tell people, with all the veterans that are out there, um, you know, we're trained. We know what to do. We've been through the training. It don't matter that a lot of us have this white hair in our beards. Don't make any difference. Just like pinball, pinball is ex-army as well. So in the army, I was an interior electrician, believe it or not. So I was in a combat engineer unit. So being in that unit, we also got to play with C4, which was very fun. I'll be honest with you. That was a very, very cool thing to do. But yeah, I was 51 Romeo is the title. So, but yeah, being ex-military, you have a different mindset. It's just a different mindset. So you can take the man out of the military, but you can't take the military out of the man. Yeah, you carry it with you forever. Don't matter what branch. While you're in the service, you're going to fight with other branches. That's what happens. It's part of the game. But yeah, it is definitely it's a mindset. And so once you're out, it's a respect to every other branch. You don't care if the guy's Navy, Marines, or Air Force, doesn't matter. If they served, you have respect for them, and that's it. So, but East Tennessee Preparedness 51 Bravo and 51 Romeo. Oh, there you go. Very cool. Yeah, I did my basic in AIT out in Fort Leonard in Missouri. We called it Fort Lost in the Woods in the state of Missouri. Um, and after that, I was supposed to go up to Fort Drum, but I did a hometown recruiters aid bit first. So I did 6 weeks of staying home, hanging out with the recruiting sergeants, and talking to high school kids and stuff like that, and doing all that. So that was kind of neat. And then I went up to Fort Drum in Watertown, New York, and in that 6 week period, they had filled my slot. So I got sent down to Bragg in North Carolina. So that's where. And the joke is always this: there's two ways to get out of Fort Bragg. You ETS, which means your time is up and you're done with the military, or you die. So um, basic at Fort Jackson, AIT in Fort Leonard. Very cool, man. Very cool. Yeah. I was Navy. I still get to see my shipmates 25 years later. Love my brothers. Yeah, and that's cool. And that's a cool part of it. So, all right, guys, let's do this. We are Legion because we are many. We are a huge family. We're a huge network of people. We are all over the world. We're all over the country. Where is everybody from tonight? Let's do that real quick because the time is slipping away here, like it does. 80K Man is in the Adirondacks. We have Connecticut, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Keating, Ohio, Waterloo, New York, Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, BC, Canada, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Beech Grove, Indiana. Let's see, Tempe, Arizona, Wisconsin, Georgia. We have Western New York, BC, Canada, once again, Texas, Michigan, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, Ulster Park, New York, Ontario, Canada, Central Iowa, Tucson, Arizona, St. Pete, Florida, Texas, Endicott, New York, Washington State, very nice, Campbell, Missouri, Northeast Texas, Rhode Island, Southern West Virginia, Delaware, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Chicago, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Eckhart, Indiana. We have Missouri's in the house, Norfolk, Virginia. Rhode Island, Princeton, West Virginia. Jose, how you doing, brother? Pennsylvania Wilds. We have Vegas is in the house. Love Vegas, a lot fun town. Kansas, Friendship, Ohio. We got Missouri. Beautiful Upper East Tennessee, very nice. So, let's see. We have Illinois, BC, Canada. Slowing down. Cincinnati, Chattanooga, Tennessee, with Wendy. Central Iowa. Sorry. We have Virginia's in the house. Villas, New Jersey. Bad Axe, Michigan. Chesterfield, Virginia. So again, guys, we are all over the country. We're all over the world. We are a huge family. We're a huge network of people. We are the ones that can make a difference. Hey, there we got Chrissy's from Australia. Very nice. Bumstead, Florida. Lakeland, Florida. Fort Belvoir, Virginia. Cleveland Mountain, West Virginia. Very nice. So we're the ones that can make a difference. We can make a difference now. I saw Raleigh, North Carolina, too, up there. But what unit at Bragg and when? Oh, goodness. I was attached to the 156th Engineer Detachment, which was part of the 20th Engineer Brigade. And the 20th Engineer Brigade they were an airborne unit. We were not. We were just an attachment. So we were the ones that either went in and built it or blew it up. So that's what we did. And, oh, God, I was down there, let's see, 80, 85, I think is when I went down there, something like that. So, but yeah, so we had San Diego, California, Waynesboro, Tennessee. So, yep. So anyway, that is that. So anyway, guys, you know, prep, prep, keep prepping. Don't be afraid to live your lives. Keep doing what you do. Follow your dreams. If you have hopes and dreams, if you want to, I was 82nd, 84 to 88, Black Creek Cabin. Oh my God, that's funny. We we're definitely right in the same area, right in the same area. Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. Alan Rice says, Jose, I'm your neighbor. I ran into Jose, guys, just so you know. I think I talked about that a little bit. Ran into him down at Walmart, down in Princeton. So, but anyway, guys, you know, stay focused. Don't be afraid to live your life. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't feed so much into, the nonsense that's out there. Where there's so much distraction. 101st Airborne, 81 to 83. Very cool, man. Very, very cool. Yeah, we all chewed up some of the same ground. Not that far apart either. I miss Grenada. So I bet you were in Grenada, McBean Scottish Fitness. I bet you ended up in Grenada. No, maybe not. 83 you got out of there? Yeah, probably not. Because I missed Grenada by like 6 weeks. So when I got down to Bragg, they had just come back from Grenada. Fort Bragg has been busy lately. Well, you got Fort Bragg, you got Pope Air Force Base right there. Delta Force is right down there at Bragg as well. So it's an interesting, very, very busy, very big place. So anyway, guys, I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job. They are amazing keeping the chat clean. So I want to thank all of you guys for what you do. It's very much appreciated. Also, I want to thank all of you for being here. So it's really, I'm not going to go crazy asking for the thumbs up. I really didn't care tonight, to be honest with you. I'm tired. So I will try to get a good night's sleep and be fresh for tomorrow when I do some videos. But Devil Dog USMC 68 to 69 in Vietnam. Well, thank you, brother. Thank you for doing what you did. Because you got treated like crap when you came home after that, I'm sure. Not a lot of respect, unfortunately. I've lived near Fort Bragg for 30 years. They are busy at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot going on that we're never going to know what's happening until it happens. So, like I said, don't stop living your lives. Keep doing what you need to do. Keep taking care of your business, and that's it. That's all I can say about that. But anyway, remember, guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that out, we're going to be in much better shape. We need to stop letting them, you know, keep us divided. They use four tools. Four tools are used. Race, they love to use that one. That's their favorite one, especially nowadays. It has gotten so much more ridiculous with race. It's pathetic, but that's a huge tool that's used to divide us. Religion is another one. You're different from me, so I hate you and I want to kill you. I mean, it's insanity to me. It's insanity. If you worship your God the way that you want to worship it and you're okay with it, who cares? It's nobody's business. The third one is the political affiliation, Republican, Democrat, all that. It's more nonsense because the political entities are all on the same team, and that team is to screw you out of every chance that they can get, out of any money that they can squeeze out of you. They don't care about us, left or right. Remember that, because at the end of the day, your taxes are going to go up. They're going to make new laws to control you more. It happens all the time. Okay. Also, they use the vaxxed and the unvaxxed. That is the newest tool. So they definitely have that going. I mean, it's insanity. Some of the stuff that I hear about that, and I'm going to leave that at that. I'm not going to get into that. But again, we just need to focus on treating each other the way that we want to be treated. Treat people with dignity. I think you know I'm a racist for moving to West Virginia. Oh, that's too funny. I'm abandoning the Yankees, but not the baseball team. I still love my New York Yankees. So, also, guys, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. Uh, and just take care of your business. You know what I mean? Accomplish anything that you want to. Don't listen to negative people telling you what you cannot do. That's ridiculous. So anyway, I am going to jump off of here, and I hope this wasn't too bad with me being like in a half fog. But you know, stay safe. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. I will see you all tomorrow, and have a good night. Prepper Nurse One out for now.